Hello, everybody! My name is Sensei Suplex, and today is the D&D Sensei Show. How's it going, everybody? Welcome to the stream. My name is Sensei Suplex, as I just said about 10 seconds ago, and you are tuned into the one and only greatest D&D talk show, podcast, stream, or whatever the hell you want to call it, on the interwebs. And do not ask anybody or any of your friends on the validity of that statement. Just trust me. Trust me. How's it going, everybody? What's poppin'? We have a couple of things to do today, but I want to just give a couple of shout outs to all the people who decided to tune on in, especially when we first got started. Also, hey, YouTube, can you guys tell me if I'm streaming on YouTube? I genuinely don't know. It said like the stream was on private for some reason, and I got no clue. So I'm gonna drop the link to the YouTube stream, and someone in chat will tell me if I'm streaming on YouTube or not. I don't know. But thank you, Chaos, for the 16 months subscription. Somnambulous. Oh, wait, hold on. Somnambulous. There we go. Thank you. Welcome to the stream. Iron, what's poppin'? Night, yo yo yo. Strawberry Sunday, what's poppin'? Thank you for the follow as well. How do you tie these AP to your Discord? One, you have to be an official player, and if you're an official player, you should know how to do it. You just edit your character sheet, and then, or edit your character thingy in the bot, and then you can do so. But you have to redeem it. You have to redeem AP through channel points. Liquor of Faces, what's poppin'? Hey yo, what's up, Trixie? Almost called you Trick for a second. There we go. Kaye, what's poppin' over on YouTube? Or Siren, hello over on Twitch. Hey Maple, hey, what's going on? Cyanat3, hello, and thank you for the follow. YouTube's working, stream is up. Okay, cool. All right, good to know. Nani, you appreciate you for stopping on by. Think all good. All right, I think I'm almost caught up to everybody saying hello. Brett the Skeleton, good evening, my friend. Also, hello, Wizard, what's poppin'? All right, Danny Plays, yo, and Tham Katan. I actually love that name. That's fucking awesome. Hello, everybody. Hello. Okay, so let's get into it. What do we have planned for this stream today? Well, you know the deal. So apparently, it's going to be kind of similar to how all of my other streams have been, but if this is your first time, welcome to the D&D Sensei Show. This is the show where basically I get to hang out with you guys, talk with you guys, answer a bunch of your questions, and just kind of get to know the community more. But specifically for these streams, we typically have segments that we do to kind of keep things on track. Today's going to be a pretty chill stream. We're only going to be streaming for 2 hours because I want to watch WWE shortly. Apparently things are popping off on Monday Night Raw, and I want to see it. So what we're going to be doing today is, where is it? We're going to be going over server announcements, and then we're going to be going over what's new with Sensei Suplex and also Crunchy. I just woke him up, but yes, you guys may actually be able to see Crunch with his little donut. It'll be a little bit of a struggle, but we'll see. Right now he's asleep, so we'll see. I don't know. But he has an adorable little donut on his head. It's pretty funny. But it'll be a little bit difficult for you guys to see him because I'll have to like adjust my whole camera setup. But if you get lucky. But afterwards, we're gonna do a quick Q&A for like about 10 to 20 minutes. It just depends on how many questions we get. And then we're gonna play some Assassin's Creed 4. We're probably gonna do the Q&A and Assassin's Creed 4 at the same exact time. So yeah. That's the plan for tonight. This stream is a perfect time for you guys to be able to answer any of your, to ask any of your questions that you may have about PA, whether it's about character creation, whether it's about how to join, whether it's about videos, DMing, player etiquette, or whatever you can possibly think of, or even questions for myself and myself and I. But yeah, that's the theme of the stream. It's pretty straightforward. I just felt like at first I wasn't going to stream with for a bit. I was gonna stream maybe tomorrow, but then I was like, I'm gonna go see Spider-Man tomorrow, so I'm like, and then also my friends want to work out, so I was like, I'm probably not gonna be able to see chat until maybe Wednesday. So I'm like, you know what, I'll do a quick stream and I'll hang out with you guys for a bit. All right. So, if you got any questions, please drop them down below in the chat. I'll try my best to read them in between going over server announcements. I don't think we had too many server announcements recently. Also, Storm says, hey, Sensei, watching this and some anime at the same time, so I won't be too active in the chat, but wants to say hi. It's all good. That is all good. So, a couple announcements before we get things going. Recently, we just hit our milestone for the first 3 goals, and we're getting really close. Oh, well, chat. The thing is that we actually hit our goal, or our 4th goal, and we hit that live on stream today. Here, I don't know if you guys will be able to see it. We actually hit our 4th goal, right there. It was 30% is what we needed, which means that I will possibly be. I may go over the character creation guide. I might show you guys a little bit of it, but I'll probably drop the actual thing. I'll drop the actual thing for you guys to see, like with the link and everything. I'll probably drop that tomorrow. Because I don't know if I feel like doing that tonight. Maybe I'll drop it while I'm watching wrestling. But we'll see. We shall see. But yes, thank you guys so much for being able to support the stream. But yeah, as I was going to say, we're doing a fundraiser basically to one, to help out Crunchy for some of his medical bills after surgery and stuff like that. But also because I want to give back to the community and basically just give you guys a whole bunch of cool stuff that I thought that maybe you'd be interested in obtaining. So we basically discounted a bunch of the tiers on memberships. We actually added a couple of new things to the shop as well, just to kind of make things a little bit easier for you guys to afford if you want to support. But we also are giving a bunch of free stuff out to the community every time we hit a fundraiser goal. So yeah, we're doing some cool stuff. But while that is happening, Spotify is failing to load. So we're just gonna play some more One Piece music until it loads up. But yes, that is basically what we're doing, and we recently just hit our 4th goal. Now the 5th goal, let me actually see what the 5th goal is, because I don't remember what the 5th goal is. Is the 5th goal the Continental Games, or am I crazy? Let's find out. We're gonna find out live. Also, I need to stop streaming these videos in 720p 60 frames, because that is making me lag a little bit. All right, so the next goal is, yes, the next goal is the Grand Continental. Hello, chat. Can you hear me? Chatterino, chat, can you hear me? Chat, can you hear me? Hello, chat, please. I beg of you. Hello. We're back? Okay, we're back. We back. I don't know what the hell's going on. Here, let me close out some shit on YouTube. I don't know what is going on here. Someone's trying to DDoS me, y'all. All right. Spotify is acting a little crazy as well, so I think we're good now. Let me get off YouTube. See if that changed anything. I got Task Manager open, and it's not saying anything is going crazy, so. Yeah, I think Spotify is the thing that's freaking out right now. Yeah, it looks like a Spotify bugging out and doing shit. All right, loud and clear. Okay, cool. Yeah, but anyways, as I was saying, so yeah, the Grand Continental Games is basically the equivalent of the Olympic Games. It's going to be ran by the Dungeon Master team and the player managers, so it's going to be pretty sick. Also, thank you, Dank Sinatra, for the subscription. Appreciate that. All right, I think we're good now. Woo. Okay, calming down. We're chilling out. Holy shit, we have fucking 57 viewers on Twitch. God damn. Hello, welcome to the stream. Am I a big YouTuber? Am I a big streamer now? What the fuck? We're streaming to like 10 to 15 people across both platforms on like literally 2 months, or not even 2 months ago, 2 weeks ago. Holy shit. Thank you guys again for checking out the stream and stuff. Maple, oh, the games. Looks like we have to start planning it. Yep. I told Necro, I was like, hey, we're probably gonna hit this goal, so you might as well just start planning for it. Oh, man. Awesome. Okay, let's get to it. Is there any other major server announcements that we need to go over? No, I don't think so, but let's say at... let's say it's 9:25. So in about 15 minutes, chat, if you guys can remind me, in 15 minutes, we're going to go over the player guide. I'm going to give you guys a little sneak peek of the things that I was working on with that. Yeah, so remind me, roughly 13 to 15 minutes from now. All right. It's your, if I don't do it within 13 minutes, it's your fault. Yes, you. Not all of Twitch chat, you, the person I'm pointing at right now, sitting in your boxers with some pizza beside. I don't know what I'm doing with this bit. All right. Let's answer some questions then. So because we got a lot of new people who just joined on in, and they need some help with PA. So I'm going to start from like right over here, and then we're going to work our way down. If I didn't answer your question, I apologize, but maybe someone in chat will be able to answer it, or you may have to just bump it again. All right, let's get this going. How the West Marches app's going? Just curious. The first 100 wave, we're pretty much done with it. We have like 15 more to go. We've been like working on the first 100 player wave, and then we were working on the second wave, the one with all the Ko-Fi priority and stuff like that. We had to work on that at the same time, and we're also in the moment like training new player managers all at once, so it's a little bit chaotic at the moment, but we're working through what we can. We think this next wave is going to be a little bit easier to manage for sure. Even like, because we're almost technically done with the second wave, because it's mainly just the Ko-Fi people, and we only have 15 slots. But we only have 15 slots for the West Marches, and there's 100 applications to go through, so we're going to have to speed through all of those and then just choose the best 15 from there. That can be best suited, or we'll have to just basically RNG it or something. Then afterwards, Tutorial Island will be a little rougher, because I know for a fact we have 44 Ko-Fi priority applications exactly. So that is the actual limit on how many Ko-Fi priority apps we can get to, and I know we have 117 normal free player applications as well. So yeah, that is something we will have to deal with. But yeah, that's basically what we're doing. All right, other thing. PA catching steam after your last few videos hit the algo? Yeah, it's kind of nuts. I don't know what to really say. I'm kind of just like, I don't know. It's weird talking about it. Can I get real with you guys? Yeah, can I get real with you guys? It's weird. I hate saying this. Because I don't want to come off as ungrateful. I also just want to be a little realistic. It's kind of like, it's still catching up with me and everything on like, oh shit, people are actually like caring and watching Aurora now. So it's definitely, I don't know. It's like, oh shoot, they're gonna I have this like, I don't know, I guess this little bit of imposter syndrome of like, oh shit, they're gonna come in here and they're gonna realize that it's not GTA 6 and it's not like all that. It's just like a bunch of nerds just running D&D. And I feel like a bunch of, like, are people gonna get disappointed, or are people just gonna be like, I fucking hate this. I hate Project Aurora. I thought it was gonna be freaking the thing that was gonna solve all my D&D issues, and it didn't. And they're gonna leave. And it's like, damn, that sucks. And I'm sure there's gonna be like a handful of people who are like that, but I mean, those people weren't necessarily good fits for the project anyways. But I'm excited. It's weird because I'm excited for this new generation of players, and I'm really happy that we have not only just a new generation of players, but we also have a new generation of like active people in the Discord community. What I mean by that is, I can look at Discord right now, and I'm going to show you something that's pretty freaking sick nasty. Hold on, watch this. Look at this chat. Oh, you can't see it. If you zoom on into your TV screens, we have literally like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 people hanging out in general chat right now, and they've been obviously they've been like going in and out, like dropping in and out, but they've been hanging out in this general chat for 62 hours. Just people basically taking shifts, right? We have another game happening in Leonios at the moment. And then we have another game happening on, I assume, Omari. I assume. I don't know who's the DM for this, but we have another game happening right now. And it's just like, damn, there's just so much shit happening right now. It's like, holy hell, this is awesome. Like, that's fucking crazy. So I'm really excited about a bunch of the people who are being super active in the community. But I'm also like, there's the part of me that's kind of like dealing with a little bit of imposter syndrome and kind of that little bit of worry. So I'm like, I actually been like going through my YouTube channel, like trying to unlist a bunch of the videos that are like super outdated. And I'm trying to like put my best foot forward for you guys and try to curate a whole bunch of cool stuff out for you guys. So there's that side of things. And then the other side of things is like, man, it's like, I've been doing YouTube and content creation since I was 7. So it's been roughly, I think it's like roughly 18 to 19 years or something like that. And it's like, I remember back when I was like 7, all I wanted to do was just be a YouTuber and be a Twitch streamer and stuff like that. And I'm living the dream. And it's just like, holy shit. I just reflect and think about all the stuff that Aurora's been through, I've been through personally. I know that some of the friends and my family members have been through personally. It's just like, hot damn. Part of me is like, damn, we really got lucky, didn't we? The other part of me is like, damn, I really did put 18 years of work into content creation to a degree, and it's finally paying off. So it's just like, holy shit. Thank you guys again for tuning in. And I don't know what to say. Just thank you. Hard work paid off, I guess. I didn't think it would, but looks like it's paying off right now. So thank you guys. That's where I'm at right now. But yeah. I'm just here living life. Our latest videos have been so informative. Applause for you and the team for all that stuff. Dude, can we get a shout out to the can we get a shout out to the player manager team? Fucking holding shit down. Running through multiple like hundreds of applications within only like 2 or 3 weeks. First off, can we get a shout out to them? Second, can we get a shout out to the HR and the rest of the player manager team? HR has been handling shit along with tech support as well, like nobody's business. So shout out to Maple and the rest of the HR team. Oh my god, you guys have been fucking killing it. Literally, like, if we would have been dealing with this like about 2 years ago, we would not, like, this would have been a fucking nightmare. But because we actually have a good crew of people that really care about the project and they know what they're doing, my god, they've made things a lot easier than it was supposed to be. So thank you guys again. Like, truly, you guys are fucking awesome. Oh boy. All right, let's answer some more questions before we get too far. Kage over on YouTube says, the character creation guide you're talking about for Tutorial Island, or a whole new character creation guide for everything? For Tutorial Island. Chill Panda, for the players waiting for Tutorial Island, are there slots in campaigns mode open right now? No, not at the moment. We opened up campaigns mode slots recently, and they're closed at the moment. They are there's 20 applications for it, and I know it's very, very like competitive. Like at first I was going to open up my I was going to open up applications for my game, but I thought about it, and like I'm thinking that I'll probably hold off because it's cool that a lot of new people want to join and stuff, but I'm kind of like sitting back and I'm observing. I'm just observing who is interacting with the community, who's being a dickhead in chat, who's a little bit weird, and who's vibing with people right now in the community. And I'm just watching, like, as a big brother overseer. And it may be like 2 or 3 weeks before I end up like choosing, like, okay, you seem like a cool kitten, I'm gonna bring you into my game. But because I'd rather run for people who have been in Aurora for like a couple of months, or who's been a part of the community heavily, before adding them into my TC game. Because I'm very, very protective over the players in that game. Because not only is it a stream game, not only is it a game that represents the entire like auroraverse, but it's also just like for my players themselves. Synergy, I can't think of the word. We're gonna go with synergy. Matters a lot, and especially for that campaign. There's a lot of trust that has to be had between the players for the type of role play that we kind of do. There, like, where you get more intense and we don't necessarily have to check in as much because everybody's that comfortable with one another. But with the other campaigns, I've told the DMs to make sure that they're looking at applications. I'm going to check in again with them next week to make sure if they're bringing on anybody or not, though. When do applications close? They close on the 12th. Scooter Gibby says, if accepted, will managers help with character creation if you selected for help? Yeah, they'll help you out. Kage says, smart thing to do, chemistry matters at the table. Yeah, because it's also making sure everybody's comfortable with someone since you don't know all the new people. Exactly. What's after Tutorial Island season? Folding into regular West Marches play? Yeah, that's what happens for Unite. You basically, like, all I think there's roughly 80 players. No, I think there's going to be 70 players, like new players for Tutorial Island. All 70 of them, or the ones that survive, aka the ones who don't leave the server before it ends, they'll all be ushered into the West Marches as the new generation. Do you get a cookie for 100 hours in the VC? Yeah, you get a cookie. It won't be from me, though. Oh, man. YouTube stream is for some reason stuttering, so I moved to Twitch. Let me know if hey YouTube people, let me know if YouTube stream is still stuttering on your guys' end. We'll move people over to twitch.tv/Sensei Suplex if need be. Anybody else got any questions? Is Tutorial Island the same as Seraph Prime? Yes, it is. It is the same place. However, it is reworked Seraph Prime, or Seraph Island in this case. So all of the original Seraph Prime lore, it is irrelevant. You do not need to know it. You should not even worry about it because it is old, dumb, and stupid. It's very bad. I'm kidding. More so, it's irrelevant because that place or that setting focused on technology. Seraph Island is very much anti-technology. Very much anti-technology. In fact, you can't make a Warforged or an Autonome from Seraph Island. It is banned. You can't do it. You can make one from Altage, you can make one from Azure Valley, and then have them show up to Tutorial Island. You'll be met with some weird stares, but you won't be able to make them from Tutorial Island. This is just like a little example or a teaser. Damn, we got 50 fucking people in Twitch chat. We actually might hit partner, y'all. Like, what the fuck? Man, look, I know I keep going on and on about this, but like, I made sure to like document the entire journey. Here, let me screenshot this. Let me add this to the scrapbook. That's fucking insane. 54 viewers. What the hell? I make sure to document all my achievements so then I can look back at it whenever I'm having a good day or a bad day, or I just want to reflect on the journey thus far. And I still have a screenshot for when I only had average like of 3 viewers. I made sure to screenshot it before anything. And yeah, this is unreal. Holy shit. I hope I'm entertaining for you guys. Lore question from Knight. Oculi homebrew race fits with a lot of my story points. Is it feasible that you could be an Oculi through regular means rather than being part of described lore tribes? No. You have to be from a tribe. The whole point is that typically Oculi are from Leonios, but they don't have to be. Actually, no, they're not necessarily from Leonios. They're from Tahiri. The idea of Oculi is basically when the dragons, like, what, this is almost 100 years ago. I forgot the exact timeline, but it was a long while ago, like at least 50 years ago or something like that. But basically, let's say 50 years ago when the dragons basically came to Tahiri for the first time or something like that. The dragons attacked, they started destroying shit, they started wrecking havoc, and a bunch of people, they started looking towards the gods. Some people started looking towards magic to fend off against the dragons. Some people look towards, you know, the arcane, like I mentioned before, or, you know, some people even look towards technology to defend against the dragons. But the Oculi in particular, they actually look towards devils to get enough power to fend off the dragons. Hence, the Oculi were born. So Oculi basically, you basically, whenever you're playing an Oculi, it's typically like your grandma or your grandpa or some relative in your family, typically an older one, basically made a deal with the devil, and that devilish deal basically cursed your entire bloodline, and you just happen to be a part of it. So now each and every member in your clan, your Oculi clan, has like a strange eye power. If you can't tell the reference, yes, this is a reference to the Uchiha, or more so Kekkei Genkai from Naruto. If you couldn't figure that out, then hey man, I don't know what to tell you. But yeah, that's the idea. So yeah, that's typically what it is. Now, technically, you could be an Oculi where you made a deal with the devil, but that's not the typical lore, but it is possible. You can do what you need. Polo Star. Oh, okay. I got 2 more questions. I'm going to answer Big Handsome Man and Polo Star's question, then we're going to look into the Seraph Island guide. All right, Polar Star says, this may have been asked, but can we create any character from any of the constants to be for Tutorial Island? Yes, yes, you can. In fact, the character creation guide I'm about to show you actually tells you that. It doesn't give you information on how to make a character from, like, let's say the Azure Valley and bring them into Tutorial Island. It's going to tell you, like, okay, if you're from this place, then this is some things that you need to look into. Can Warforged be from anywhere but Seraph Prime? You'd have to ask. I think so, but you'd probably have to ask around. I don't know the lore for the other continents like that. I know they're very prominent in Altaj, though. All right, where is YouTube? What's a cool thing you don't think is implemented or used enough in D&D campaigns? I don't know. That's a broad question. I don't know. That's a broad question. I don't know. Actually, I got one. Inspiration. I mean, granted, it's a lot more prevalent in 5.5e, but I would say a lot of the time DMs don't actually hand out inspiration. They don't hand it out consistently. I think you're supposed to hand it out like once per session to somebody, but typically people just forget the mechanic exists, or they only hand it out whenever someone does like a funny moment. They don't really hand it out for like actually like being a good player, you know what I mean? Like if you did an awesome roleplay scene, like they don't really reward them out. Or hey, if you thought of something really cool and creative, that like most DMs forget about it and don't really hand it out. So I try to make a habit of handing it out. But yeah. All right, let's get to it. We're a little bit over time, but that's I did that on purpose because I knew I was gonna yap. All right, let's go to. I'm gonna turn the fan on as well. It's fucking hot as balls in here. Granted, it could be because I just got back from the gym, but it's just fucking hot. It's fucking hot, chat. I think I can leave the door open. I think Crunch shouldn't walk out. I think he's conked out at the moment, so I think I'm gonna open the door. Okay, give me 2 seconds. Yeah, chat, it's just hot. That's just what it is. All right, chat, if you see this dog walk out behind me, get his ass. Snitch on him. Snitch on him immediately. All right. All right. Let's see what we got here. Okay. So I'm gonna do a little once over for the Seraph Island guide. Once more. But I kind of just want to show you the before and the after. I want to show you the before and after. Champions of the City, Champions of Creation, Surf Prime, Champions of the City. So what I'm going to show you is the original one, and then I'm going to show you the new one. So chat, buckle up. All right. So actually, hold on. Let me do something real quick. Let's do that. Yeah, let's do that. Just in case. I don't think it'll matter, but still. All right. So this is the original guide for Seraph Prime. This is kind of what we had. I do like the guide. I mean, like, it had a lot of information, but the thing that pissed me off the most about it was that it didn't really have any images. And I've talked with Ed, who made it, and they did a great job at doing it. And obviously, me and Ed, we've evolved as time has gone on. But it kind of was just like a big ass wall of text, and it was just really difficult to kind of consume. Now, if you really like reading, then yeah, you could really get into this. But I mean, I don't know. It was a tough read, right? So I wanted to fix that, and I wanted to also add a little bit of production value. So shout out to Ed for being able to help me out with some of the formatting, well, like giving me some ideas for the formatting. I did everything myself, but he gave me an idea of like for this border and like the text wrapping stuff. And what we got is something pretty fucking sick, nasty. You guys ready? Chat, let me know if you're ready to see this guide. Chat, say I'm ready, or actually no, spam some emotes, get hype. maybe throw some pogs or something. Let me know if you're ready to see some Sereth Island stuff. That's my DML raw. I don't know. I don't think you guys are ready yet. It's okay. We can shut down streams. I mean, it's all good. Like, okay, all right. Let's go. Okay. So this is the Sereth Island guide. I know you won't be able to see much of it, the format for it, but I'll try my best to show off some of it. So we have this cool thing where we basically have tabs that will kind of just take you to different pages or chapters of everything. That'll kind of make things a little bit easier. Obviously still a work in progress, but this is what we got. So as you can see, we already have a way better presentation from the, let's see if I can zoom in. Not really well, so I'm gonna keep it like this. Holy hot! Who that? That's Weeping Lotus giving out 5 gifted subs. Congratulations to all the people who just got some subs. That's gonna be King Fortune, Night Howl, Mystery Maple, George the Muscle Wizard, and yeah, thank you so much for gifting out those subs. Thank you. Thanks so much. Yes, so we have a little bit of an introduction into Sereth Island. I'm gonna do a quick little read of it, but in the rebuilt streets of Sereth Prime. Actually, here, I can make this even better. Give me a second. Make this epic. Let's put the adventure playlist on. Yeah, let's do this. All right, throw a little bit of music. I'll even do the Captain Fable voice for you. But in the rebuilt streets of Sereth Prime, a young adventurer grips a blade shaped more like art than steel, its edge glowing with mana that shift to match their heartbeat. Across the training field, the Ascendant Spire watches over students as sigils flare, instructors shout order, and another promising fighter learns the hard way that power without control is just another way to fall as hard as the city did. This, my friends, this is Sereth Island. You see, here in Sereth Island, it's a magical city-state, or at least Sereth Prime proper is. A magical city-state rebuilding after catastrophe. Once famous for arcane technology, it has now become Tahiri's center for mana mastery. Here, power answers the person wielding it. Magic does not merely obey, it, in fact, remembers. Creation and corruption are a part of daily life and the teachings here at the United Adventuring Academy. As every single expedition you adventurers will go upon will decide what the city becomes next. This guide will help you create a character shaped by Sereth Island and explains what locals know, where your character might come from, and how the island could influence their abilities. You can play them in Continent 5 through Tutorial Island, or take them anywhere else in Tahiri. The choice is yours, and all of this book is at your disposal. So, essentially, if you can't tell, a big thing about Sereth Island, I got inspired whenever I was making the basic premise of this continent. Well, one thing that we had to do is we needed to get rid of a lot of the technology, because that caused a lot of problems in character creation. It led to basically a bunch of people making robots and automatons and people with circuits and all this other bullshit, and it was cool. It was cool back then, but the thing is that Tahiri is a high fantasy planet, so we need to make sure that Sereth Island can fit the bill. So instead of leaning into technology, we decided to lean into magic. But I didn't want to just do generic magic and just say, you know, like, oh, it's a bunch of wizards and shit. I wanted to do something that had a little bit of a meta concept of flavor. Let me explain. My favorite thing in D&D is showing off who characters are. Being able to describe how your character does stuff, who they are, why the actions that they take mean, what they mean to themselves and the rest of the party. I wanted people, or at least Tutorial Island, to be all about figuring out who your character truly is. So I decided to make a continent that would help you do exactly that. Because the cool thing about this place, though Tutorial Island Chapter 1 won't really delve too far into these mechanics, maybe Chapter 2 will, because, you know, Chapter 1 is just more so getting used to, well, it's more of like a test run. We're trying to figure things out as we go, and so we can hit the ground running for future chapters. But the idea is that when you cast a spell, we're going to try our best to encourage players to more so describe what that spell looks like. We want it to be, my vision for Seraph Island in the future is to make it where whether you're a barbarian, whether you're a fighter, whether you're a wizard or a sorcerer, if you put two freaking fighters right beside each other, they won't seem as if like they're the same character or the same character sheet, just based off of your descriptions or how you sort of go about things. I want to basically make it where you can really feel as if you are unique to your entire party. That's my vision. Now, whether that'll get represented in the final product, I don't know. I hope it does, but that's my vision. You hear it live now, folks. But yeah, so that's one of the things that I really want to emphasize, and I thought that would be just a cool little way to not only get people what do you call it, invested into their characters more, but it would also teach them one of my, again, favorite aspects of D&D. But a couple of the things that you may see in the guide is you'll see the core premise, so you kind of see the basic idea of like what Seraph Island's all about. We also have a section that I was going to make this a lore post, but you know, Crunch had his whole thing happen, so I couldn't do it. But the 8 things you need to know, this is basically like the TLDR of what Seraph Island is. Basically, you need to know that, hey, this place was a city in the sky. It fell, but it did not die. Mana is stronger here. So one of the things that we wanted to play around, I wanted to play around in the lore was I wanted, there was 2 things. I wanted, well, here, I'm gonna get distracted if I go into the second thing. Sorry. One of the things that I wanted to do here was, man, I lost my train of thought. Oh no, I got really excited. I'm sorry. Here, I'll just go to the second thing. I got too excited. I'm sorry. One of the things I wanted to do was I basically want to make impact, like player impact, a big old thing in the in Continent Fife. Meaning, I wanted to utilize the existing player base as much as possible. Now, I'm hoping that the DMs will continue doing that. I don't know. I'm not going to be having my fingers into Seraph Island shortly afterwards. I'm basically about to like unleash the reins to the staff team there. But my idea was that I want to make, well, one, I want to include players and the things that they've done, more so their buildings and estates, into the lore itself. So though you may not necessarily go and visit there because the quest won't happen really in the city, they're going to happen outside of the city like the trailer mentioned, I still wanted you to be able to know, like, hey, Citra's magic shop is in the city, and maybe your character worked there if you knew Citra or something like that, and then you got fired shortly afterwards. Or maybe, you know, you meet your friends at the Groove Dimension every other week to sort of blow off some steam. Or maybe if you're like maybe if you're a veteran, so like let's say I see Maple in the chat, so for example, Mika, or let's say let's think of the like OG veterans, like some of the GOC members, so like Ainwin, Oliver, I'm trying to think of some people who are around, I don't know, Ping, or any of the somewhat newer or some of the individuals who maybe fought in the Shadows arc, right? Anybody at that time. Maybe your characters actually hang out in the city every now and again just to, you know, chill, relax, or whatever, but you guys hang out in the Ashen Lounge, which is Jacob's estate, where he basically made it where it's like the tavern, but it's more so for the old heads. It's for the OG generation. And maybe there's a roleplay night that happens where it's like some of the newer generation, they get invited to the Ashen Lounge to see and maybe be able to hang out with the older generation of players and stuff, right? The point is that I want to give back to the existing players, and I want to like really tie them into the lore and let people know about what you guys have did. So that's a thing that I was working on. That part is in your home. It's a work in progress. I'm still waiting on people to basically like respond so I can fill out this section. So if you see it's blank, yeah, that's going to be the reason why. But anyways, 8 things you need to know. Again, it just explains how the thing works. Ancestry, I also did something cool here. For Ancestry, we tried to use either Magic Gathering art just as placeholder stuff, or I also want to use like actual player art from like existing characters in the world to kind of represent what the races may look like. So for example, we have Eric Hoker and Venavis, we have Boom's character, we have Goliath, for Goliath we have Randwolf, the legend amongst the Auroraverse, one of the strongest characters to ever do it. For Florlin, we have like Jade. For Tieflings, we have Citra, you know, Half Siren, Oliver, Leonin, we have The Rock, etc., etc. Like, I want to like really give players or, you know, the OGs like the ability to like kind of leave their mark in the thing that the new players are going to see pretty much for years now, right? And we even have like Ingot and Truffle, or who's that guy? I don't know. But yeah, Homeland. So this is something that I'm really interested in. I haven't did this for one of the guides before. I didn't do this in the Leonios guide, but I wish I did. But so I think this section, yeah, so this section talks about life in Seraph Prime. This is going to be a huge section. This is more so for if your characters lived in the city, or if your characters are coming from like another continent and now they have to live in the city for the remainder of Tutorial Island. This section is going to be helpful as it's going to kind of give you an idea of like maybe how your character may feel. And the cool thing about Tutorial Island, for better or worse, and that's something that you're going to need to think about character creation wise, whether your character was a noble in Altaj, or whether your character was a slum rat, like a rat in the slums of the Azure Valley, it doesn't necessarily matter how your life, how you live in Seraph Prime or proper, like the major city. It's going to kind of be determined by, well, what you do, or also more so your lifestyle, the chosen lifestyle that you chose when you were doing character creation. So you know how whenever you're making a character, you can choose your wealth. We made some little things that can kind of explain how your character may feel or approach the city based off of what you chose. So we have something for wretched, where it's like, oh, if you're wretched, then when you came into the city, this is maybe how you felt about it. Or maybe when you were when you just lived here, you've been living here for the past like year or two, this is kind of how your character maybe felt. Versus if you had a comfortable lifestyle, this is maybe how your character kind of felt living in the cities and stuff like that. I haven't seen any of the other guys. Maybe Altaj did it. I'm sure it probably did because they got a lot of shit in there. But I didn't see any other guys do it, and I want to make wealth actually feel like it matters because it will give you more of a jumping off point for who your character actually is. So, yeah. Backgrounds. We also give a couple of little examples of like how depending on what your background is, maybe what you who you kind of are within the setting. And I also did another cool thing for the existing characters. For the class section, we kind of labeled all the classes that are available, and then we kind of just attached a little famous Aurora character along with it. So we have Volus for the Artificer, we have Omen for the Barbarian, we have even though they're not even though Grump isn't a cleric, I couldn't find any cleric art for some reason. You know, I should have used Vivara. Dang, maybe I'll change it. But yeah, we have like Grump for cleric, and then we have Isidore for druid, even though she's from Leonios. But you get the idea, right? All these individuals are basically just characters from the auroraverse and all that stuff. And we also have Seal as well. So that was the kind of idea with that. And then we got the motivation tab. I think I mentioned this. I mentioned this in my recent video about like character creation of like, hey, don't when you're making a character, look towards this place to figure out why your character kind of does what they do, like why they adventure and stuff. So yeah, we got a couple of cool things here, and then we ended off with some of the Leonios characters. But yeah, you'll be able to see all of this. I'm gonna try to post it tomorrow if I can. I do have to do some planning, so I'll try my best to get to it. But let me know. You guys excited? You guys excited for Seraph Island? And maybe to play in PA? Let me know in chat. Or don't. I don't know. I'm not your dad. Oh, man. Damn, Mbe with his ex. I know. See, the thing is like, in C5 Maple, they were joking about that because I didn't know. Like, I didn't know. I barely met Mbe. I played with him for like 2 sessions at best, and I just saw this art and I was like, boom, we'll fucking throw it in here. And they said I was like, oh, I can change it, but they're like, no, keep it in there, it's funny. And I'm like, okay, fine. Oh yeah, hell yeah, hyper's real, let's go. Excited for Seraph Island? Yeah, hell yeah, that's awesome. I hope for those of you guys who do apply and you get in, I hope you guys have a lot of fun. We've been working really hard on it, and we've been fucking putting so many hours into this shit. We just hope that, you know, you guys are awesome players and you have fun. That's all that matters. That's how you win D&D. I always said it. I say it after every podcast. after every, like, anytime when I'm on a talk show. I said it when I was talking to Nerdarchy. I said it when I was talking to Dice Legends and even Robert Hartley. The way you win D&D is you got to do two things. You got to make sure people are comfortable, and you got to make sure people are having fun. And if people are comfortable, that'll allow people to have fun. So if you guys can do that, those two things, we're good. Fantastic. All right, let's go back to let's do some Q&A for a bit. I'm gonna throw up Assassin's Creed. We're gonna be playing this. So I'm gonna be like half playing Assassin's Creed. I'm gonna be half like answering questions every now and again. So if I don't answer something immediately, I'm sorry. I'm just hanging out with chat, man. I'm just hanging out with chat. All right. Whew. How's Crunch? Oh, he's good. He's asleep. Kind of don't want to wake him up. I'll show him for you guys. I'll see what I can do. Give me a minute. My room is a mess. Sorry, I've been dealing with a fucking dog that had surgery for a couple. No, he's awake. Because I'm being loud. He typically can sleep through my streams, but I'll try my best. Now, if my camera fucks up, then your guys' fault. Blame chat. Alright, Bubba. Bubba. Come. Come on. Don't look at me like that. You gotta pay the bills, bro. Come. You gotta pay the bills. Come on. He really doesn't want to. Richie. What are you doing? Don't look at me like that. Yeah, there he is. Oh, you can't see the picture. Oh boy. Yeah, look at his little donut. He's got the donut because he doesn't like the cone. Yeah. Hey, buddy. You want to say hi to stream? Oh, boy. This little goober. I came back from the gym and this fucker decided to take off his donut when I wasn't looking. So I got back and he had that shit off. He was just chilling. I got so freaking terrified because I didn't want him to lick his little scab and scar and stuff like that. So I was like, oh, you son of a bitch. I threw that thing on and I had to freaking tighten it so he wouldn't take it off again. But want to say hi to chat? Hi. Hi, chat. I'm good. I was bad. I ate something and I was very dumb, but I won't do it again because I'm cute and I'm the best. That's right, buddy. You're the best. All right. I'll let you go back to sleep. Hello. Hello. Oh, now you want to stay. Oh, okay. Now you like the attention, huh? Hello. Good boy. I'll let him go back to sleep. Good boy. Oh. Drop the camera. Alright. I'm gonna fuck around with the camera for a bit. Give me a minute. Alright, I think that's good. Right? I feel like it's too high now. Let me see. No, it's cool. It's good enough. Alright. Yeah, it's good enough. Fuck it. Actually, I can. I know it doesn't matter, but still. Alright, cool. Let's get it. Alright. Let's see what we got for some Assassin's Creed. CrunchCon, hey, CrunchCon may happen. It may actually happen. I don't know if we're gonna hit the goal. Maybe we will, but I'm not expecting it. But it'd be pretty sick if we do. All right, let's open up some Assassin's Creed, and let's get things going. All right, library, Black Flag. I've been playing this game a little bit, so they actually patched the bug that we ran into last time, chat, which prevented me from being able to play. That sucked. But it's apparently good now, so I'm very excited about that. Hopefully, we will be able to stream it. I don't know if we will be able to or not, but we're gonna hope for the best. And if we can't, then well, what can you do? All right, streamception. Bill paid. How many applications have come in so far for Seraph? I think 150, right? Let me check. We got 44 for Ko-Fi priority app and then 119 for player app. So yeah, about 160, give or take. I mean, I knew it was going to be a lot, but I didn't expect it to be more applications for Tutorial Island than the West Marches. I honestly thought it was going to be more applications for the West Marches. I know I'm lagging a little bit. It's because Black Flag is loading. So give it a minute. All right, let's go here. Go here. Give it some audio. Okay. Should run a PUBG lobby to narrow it down. Oh man. One thing that I mean, I think it's just gonna be it's gonna be a thing no matter what. Like, what can we do? Oh man, I'm lagging like a motherfucker. Hold up. All right, test. Okay, cool. I think we're good. One thing that we're just gonna have to deal with at a certain point is not everybody's gonna be able to get in. Like, that's just gonna be a fact. Like, it is what it is. I think if anything, maybe the application process will get a little bit better once we get some people who, one, know how to code, two, are willing to do it for cheap. Or hold on 1 second. Yeah, my camera's just fucked. I don't know. Maybe I can't stream. I don't know. Whatever. If you guys care, then you'll let me know. But until we get like someone who is capable of like taking the application that we have and then being able to do something with it to like fix it up to make it a little bit better, to basically like be able to auto deny people and then also auto approve people to at least the next stage, so we don't have to look through 100+ applications manually. We could just like look through, you know, only a handful. Till we get that, I mean, yeah, it is what it is. Also, this thing is not loading. It's taking forever. There we go. What I'm hoping for is that at the very least, I'm hoping that out of all the new players that we're getting, I hope a lot of them want to be dungeon masters. That's going to be the make or break thing. If we get a bunch of players who never want to dungeon master, then that's going to be a little bit of a small coinkadink we're going to be dealing with, right? I think, also chat, let me know if the frame rate is fucked up or if my camera is also fucked up. Let me know. Because I'm a little bit of a perfectionist for stream, but I don't know if it will matter really too much. Where do we gotta go? So I was in the middle of an assassin hunt over here, and I guess I can continue this storyline. Little side quest, yeah, Templar hunt. Keep doing that. What else was I gonna say? Yeah, but, I think in general, frame rate isn't great, but it's fine enough, I think. Interesting. I want to hear it from other people, because it could be just Storm's, computer. Chat, is the consensus? Frame rate isn't great, but, it's fine. Let me know. I don't really care about playing this game off stream. I just want to hang out with you guys, really. Frame rate isn't great. I wonder. Maybe I can turn off. I don't think turning YouTube stream off will do much of anything. Chop it for me too. Really? It's smooth as a bird. It's smooth as shit. Smooth as butter on mine. That's crazy. Let's see what we can do. Maybe we can do honor, get game capture. Capture specific window. Capture this. See if this works. Chat, let me know if that changed anything. Maybe it did, maybe it didn't. Let me know. It probably didn't, but a boy can dream. You could auto-rate community members by their Discord activity would at least help sort applications. We'd have to make a Discord bot for it. Like, yeah, we'd have to make a Discord bot for it, so I've been tempted to I want to make another bot for it, but like I know Alex is like, you know, they got to deal with their stuff right now. But I also really don't want to play Fiverr Roulette again. I've learned my lesson after 3 years. It's not fun. It's not fun at all. Okay, let's head over to the mission. Fun fact, if you didn't know, game is better, your camera's delayed. I can fix that. That takes actually 2 seconds. Boop. And I think it should be fine for now, I hope. Or maybe not. Who knows? We'll see. Maybe, actually, you know what? Could I go into a channel? No idea. Hold on 1 second. I got an idea. Where is Sensei Suplex? Don't join. Let's do this. Set status. A channel. I need the Sensei Talkie. Let's do this. Boop. And do this. I'm gonna flip that sucker. Drop him there. Get rid of my camera. And boom, would you look at that? I'm a VTuber now. Or I'm a PNG tuber. Yeah. Look at that. Look at that. Production value, baby. We're good. We're chilling. We're chilling. Now I can start streaming in my boxes. I'm kidding. Let me stop playing, y'all. All right. But I was gonna say, so fun story, not really. We had a website for Project Aurora in 2023, because originally I didn't want a Discord bot, I wanted a website. So I was like, you know what, if we're gonna do this Aurora thing, I want to do it, and I want to do it right. I decided, hey, we're gonna, you know, get a website, and I'm not gonna go sheep on it. What the fuck? The fuck? Ubisoft? The game actually just like froze midair. That was weird. Holy shit. Yeah, my computer is not built for streaming at all. What the hell is What are you? Oh, hell no, chat. Let's go with him. Look at this dude. Look at that. Look at the fucking head. Is that... What is happening? What? Yo. Wait. What? Ain't no way. That was a whole ass of the dude. Yeah, chat, I don't think we're gonna be able to stream though. I don't think we're gonna be streaming Assassin's Creed, y'all. I don't think we're streaming Assassin's Creed. Oh my god. Oh hell nah. Oh no. Yeah, I don't think my computer could handle this game. I don't think it can handle it on stream. I think it's cooked. Oh, yeah, this shit's cooked, dog. All right, yo, cut the stream. Cut the fucking stream. Switch back to Dungeons and Dragons. Yeah, this shit is not happening. Never in my life. Oh my goodness. My goodness me. Yeah, that shit is not happening, man. That shit is not happening. I'm all F4ing. Holy shit. I thought we can make it work. It's not working, bro. It's not working. It is what it is. Good lord. Well, we tried. Chat, can you say I tried? Can we all agree I tried? I think we can agree. Okay. Well, I'll just hang out with you guys for 30 minutes then. And then we'll go from there. Then I'll just go back to doing what I was gonna do and streaming, or not streaming, watching WWE. So anyways, back to my story that I keep getting sidetracked on. Yeah, so we were gonna do the website and we want to do it right. So I spent $2,000 on a guy. And the idea was that, you know, I made sure to look into them. They seemed to have like a good reputation. They also were a part of Fiverr Pro, as well. And I was like, okay, we're good. We're fantastic. We should be fine. We were not fine, chat. We were not fine. In fact, we were the opposite of fine. So basically what happened was, the guy, sends me back the website, and it's not good at all. It's riddled with AI images. The text of like what I wanted is just like AI generated. Now, granted, now you got to keep in mind, this is 2023. So this is when Chat GPT like just went public, you know, like just went public along with all the original AI art. So yeah, that's like, we're not talking like the current GPT where you can barely tell whether it's real, like whether it's real or, you know, AI. No, I'm not talking about that. Yeah, so dude sends me that, doesn't do any of the things that I requested, because the idea was that it was supposed to work like westmarches.games, where you could see the schedule of like people. It would automatically subtract like you know, credits from you once you signed up for a session. Like, it was supposed to do everything that the bot does now, and it didn't do any of that. Like, and the idea was basically he would give this to me with everything like AI generated, nothing like barely even working. Like the website, like actually, it wasn't even halfway finished. It was actually like a quarter of the way finished. It was horrible. It was awful. But I was like, I guess this is what it, I guess this is what you have to do, I guess. And I was like, I think I can figure this out from here. So for what I know there was a reason, and I can't remember the real reason why, like, I accepted the order. I can't remember why. I can't remember why. I think it was a case of like, he did everything that I requested in the document. So technically he could get away with it. And I think that's why I was just like, I guess I just got to eat the bullet, or I got to bite the bullet and just deal with it. So yeah. I remember I spent a month and a half just basically trying to learn how to work fuck, what was it, man? I can't even remember. What was the website called? The WordPress. I spent a month and a half learning WordPress. Now around this time, this was so fucking stressful, dude. To be a little real, I mean, hey, that's the point of the stream. I wasn't necessarily going through the greatest relationship at the time, and my girlfriend, she had just been laid off. So I was basically like our only chance of being able to pay rent that month, or like for the next couple of months and stuff like that. So I'm over here like learning WordPress day in and day out, working on Project Aurora shit for like 18 hours straight. I remember like, yeah, it was like 16 to 18 hours. Then I'd like go to bed, wake up, go back to Aurora and shit, trying to get that shit to work. And I got it to work. We didn't do the like, we barely even used the website, man. Like the website just mainly if you guys were here when we had one, it basically just kind of explained Project Aurora, and then all it would do is just link back to the Discord. That was really it. Like, it was cool to say we had a website, but genuinely it would have been better if we just used like Squarespace or some shit. I don't know. So yeah, it was. So if you're wondering why the website was only like completely jank, that was the reason why. And I basically had to like figure it the fuck out and coding it. And WordPress is not an easy thing to learn, I'll tell you that much. It's not easy to learn at all. So we figured that out. We got the scam, basically had to drop 2K for nothing. And then we basically had to work with the multiple bot developers until we landed on an actual decent bot developer who wasn't going to scam us. Oh my gosh. If we have people in chat, like Maple, do you remember Drang? You remember Drang? Oh my god. Good lord. Also, hey, my girlfriend's in chat. I don't know if she'll say anything, but she probably won't. But hello. She just sent me a text message. Oh man. But yeah, Maple, you remember Drang? Yeah, we had to deal with him, and then we finally got Ferret, and thank God for Ferret. Holy shit. Good lord. My man, it was a whole arc and a half till we got till we got done with all the bot shenanigans. Holy hell, 2023 was that was an interesting ass year, let me tell you. Interesting ass year. Or actually, no, that wasn't 2023. No, that's a lie. That was 2024, because 2024 was when we were, well, it was the end of 2023 and the beginning of 2024, because we were setting up for 2.0, like during that time. Yeah, I remember now. But anyway, let's answer some questions. Let's hang out. All right. Finally getting a friend to PA. Hell yeah. Have they already joined the Discord and applied, Siren? Let me know. Night Howl, Sensei, I'd love to show you the website I built for Nation RP I built with. I think a lot of these concepts will click for what you want a website to do. I mean, I'm down to look at it. I'm not interested in getting a website right now because one, I ain't got the money. I ain't got the fucking money for it. And two, it's just like, we don't really need one at the moment. We've just basically said, fuck it, we're just going to use World Anvil because there's nothing we can't do on a website at the moment that's useful. Also, what? Oh, I was like trying to figure out what the hell is shining in the background, like right over here. Like, what the hell is that? It's my DreamCon badge, but it's just like moving around a little bit because the fan. I was like freaking the fuck out. I was like, is there someone like behind me trying to like fucking assassinate me? Like, what's going on? Anyways. Yeah, I don't have the money for it, and then basically we just figured out that World Anvil can kind of just do what we need it to do. So, yeah. Can Mika go bully Jacob on the island? Yeah, in fact, I was actually gonna ask if you want to be a part of the don't be a dickhead section of Tutorial Island, like the little stream I'm doing on August 9th. I think it'd be pretty funny to get Jacob and Mika in on that. And then it'd also be cool because you are a PM and HR, so yeah. And basically that section of the tutorial is basically like, hey, this is what you should do, like this is how you be a good adventurer and like someone that people want to actually play with consistently, and this is what you want to avoid doing so you're not labeled as a dickhead. And I think it'd be pretty cool to kind of have the brother-sister dynamic of Jacob and Mika doing their whole thing to kind of explain it, right? I don't know. I thought it'd be neat or be funny. Also Cadillac Jack, what's up, Sensei? What's poppin'? I know you posted that a little while ago, but thank you for stopping by. Half Cover on Twitch says, do you have any recommendations for new players in terms of which series they should watch? Like go to the first campaign to learn the base lore, or watch the most recent campaign first to be up to date? Yeah, I would say watch the, okay, so I got some recommendations. Not all the VODs are on stream. It is what it is. I had to delete some of them because of DMCA issues, of course. But I would say, watch Oathbound if you want to actually be a part of the stream and the community whenever we're going live. I would say watch Oathbound for sure. So, because that way you can actually like binge something and catch up to watch it live every night, or just watch the VODs afterwards. That's my #1 recommendation. However, it won't give you too much of the lore on what's happening in the West Marches, but it will tell you what happened after the Sereth Prime video, because Leonios and Oathbound is the sequel to that Sereth Prime video that like got 70,000 views that a lot of people here, they came in and watched. So Oathbound would be the one I'd recommend. If you want a short and sweet adventure, I would say either Astral Odysseys or Soul Strikers. Astral Odysseys is only 4 episodes long, and there's 2 groups, so if you want to watch both groups, you can watch all 8 episodes. The only problem with Astral Odysseys is that it's cool, but there's a lot of tech issues in the first session or 2, and then afterwards we were able to iron them out. But for whatever reason, it was rough those first 2 sessions. Man, I felt so bad. It was so god awful. What the fuck? My chat bar, it came out. I can't, oh no, damn it. I can't, pop out the chat bar anymore. Damn. Man, that sucks. I don't know how to do it. Docs, chat. Yeah, I don't know how to do it. Damn, that sucks. Oh well. But yeah, I'd recommend Soul Strikers. I think Soul Strikers is the better campaign. I think Soul Strikers is the better campaign if you can find all the VODs. And Soul Strikers is you'll be able to see everything that happened in the Sereth Island video, or at least the first chapter of it. I just love that campaign. That campaign was really fun. I had a blast running it. Project First Line, like the Dawnbreaker campaign and the Night Warden campaign, that's a banger campaign. I actually really enjoyed running that. I think it's underrated. I had a lot of fun playing in that campaign. That was really cool. But yeah. Kage says, last night you mentioned while watching SummerSlam that maybe if there's enough interest for those who have the game, we could try playing my GM on 2K26. Have you thought about it more since then? I think it would be a case of, one, it depends on how many people we have in the Discord who actually have 2K26, and then two, it also depends on who. One, do I like hanging out with them, and then three, are they actually active in the Discord server, right? Because it's the equivalent of like playing a Minecraft server or playing Civilization. You have to be consistent. I don't want to have to chase you down like we're trying to schedule a D&D session. I just want to play the game, you know. Tax him, but I'm so tempted to apply to mentor. Do it, dude. You could. I think you could knock it out of the park. Half cover. Awesome. I'll put them on while opening the bar or just at home and get caught up. Hell yeah. Refresh. I cannot refresh OBS. It will crash the stream, unfortunately. Also, chat, can you help me out? Let me know if I'm streaming to the Dungeons and Dragons category. Let me know. Let me also change this. How I run a 250 plus player D&D server. All right, cool. You are? Yes. Okay, sweet. I'm gonna change to a clickbaity title. Kidding. Oh man. Me with sports games. 2K. What? EA Sports. It's in the game. Is that good, chat? Can I be a voice actor? Oh, man. Yeah. I think I'm caught up on chat. Yes, so bad at it. I've been no-lifing CFB27 multiplayer dynasties. What's that? So much fun. I never heard of that. What's that? I thought you were gonna say Cyberpunk, and then it swapped to like my brain thinking that you were gonna say Battlefield, and then I just got completely lost. What the hell is that game? Never heard of it. College football. Oh, duh. College football 27. Yeah, okay, that makes more sense. That makes a lot more sense. You can tell I don't play sports games. But yes, also, if you guys are just joining on into the stream, we're basically doing a Q&A, talking about like how I kind of run Project Aurora. If you have any questions about how to join, best practices or anything like that, feel free to just drop some questions in the chat, and yeah, I'll answer them. Oh, if you even have questions about DMing or just me in general, then feel free to ask as well. We're just hanging out, we're having fun for the next couple of minutes. One thing I'm trying to figure out right now is I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to structure this birthday event. Because I was planning on doing it August 9th. Part of me is like, damn, I really don't want to run it on August 9th because that's like less than a week from now. And I have to like get people to sign up for it, and then I have to do so much coordination, and I still have to run my games, like both my games this week. So I'm like, fuck, dude. I really don't want to do it. Man, I want to just enjoy my birthday for the weekend, but I kind of have to do it as well. So it's like, damn it. Ugh. My birthday's August 10th. The part of me just wants to like just move it to the week afterwards. Just call it a day. Thank you. I appreciate that, Exclamity. It's part of me, yeah, wants to just move it to the week afterward and just not call it a birthday event. I don't think anybody would really care. But part of me, like, I don't know why. There's this weird feeling where it's just like, I said it, so I kind of have to do it. Even though I really don't have to do it. But, eh. It's, ugh. Miss Chandelier. What are clashes? I've been watching Oathbound. I'm also a C0 guy. Should I know about them? Nah, you don't need to worry about clashes or anything like that. What's your name in the Discord? But yeah, clashes, or what I call them showdowns, because they're a little bit different from clashes from where I got them. But showdowns, they're for the most part, they're very, very similar. But showdowns are basically a thing. They were originally named Clash, but I changed the name for it. But showdowns are basically similar to, if you've ever watched Dimension 20 and the Bernard Mulligan's Dice Box of Doom, it's in a way based off of that, but not entirely. The idea of a showdown is that to kind of produce that tense anime moment where swords clash, wills are tested, and beams of arcane might, they struggle against one another like an anime, like so a Kamehameha beam blast. And the idea is that both players are mechanically, it's as simple as both players will basically roll a d20, and whoever they'll make an attack roll towards one another. Like, not both players, a player and the enemy will roll a d20, aka their attack roll, and whoever rolls highest wins. Simple as that. That's what the showdown in a nutshell is. But the difference is that I always force the player to describe what their attack looks like. I let them describe more so how they're kind of either how they're kind of swinging with their sword, why it means why it's important to them in this moment, etc. Like really leaning into the emotional and storytelling aspect of the game, right, to make it feel that more impactful. And it also gives players a time to kind of shine, right? And the way it works is that if you win, you get to do one of, like, if you roll higher, you get to do one of two things. You can either seal an ability of the enemy. So you can I give you a list of abilities, and you can choose to seal it. I mean, you can't use it anymore. Very, very similar to the clash mechanic that I got inspired by. Or you can choose to insta-crit instead. You can insta-crit and basically do a whole bunch of damage. Also, what up, boom? Or you can do a couple of other things, a couple other bonuses as well. Sometimes it could be things where you can break off monster parts from the enemy, basically, because I do use monster hunter mechanics, and I haven't made the video yet, but I make it where you can basically like cut off like the dragon's wing, or you can basically like take off some of their scales, so then you can use it to craft her components later. Whole bunch of other cool stuff. Just these are just like some of the three things, to name a few. Sometimes you can also immediately when you clash and win, you can actually trigger the next phase. I'm going to talk about this in the Monster Hunter video that I'm making in a couple of weeks, but you can trigger the next phase of the fight, and whenever you trigger the next phase, that makes it where the stage breaks, where the stage the map will change to a different map instead. As I'll go into like a whole cinematic thing. It's very, very cinematic. It's very much inspired by anime. It's really cool. It's really fun. But that's kind of what showdowns are all about. But yeah, you don't need to necessarily know. You don't necessarily need to know about them. They're just like a thing that I've been using for, fuck, dude, like 4 years now. Yeah, 4 or 5 years actually. Since 2020, I want to say. Yeah, and it's just a cool way to get the players involved a little bit more. Showdown sounds awesome as fuck. Thank you. That sounds cool. Yeah, thank you. I didn't come up with the base mechanic. I just got inspired by it and decided to take it, make it my own, and then do something with it. Players liked it, so I kept doing it. That was basically it. That's not one of my flagship mechanics that I actually made myself. I mean, the flagship mechanic is obviously the Nemesis system, the Rising Rivals stuff. But another thing is the huddle, the Unity system. I love the Unity system. The Unity system is so fun. I'm making a video for it. Actually, the video is done. It was supposed to release today, but I didn't download the video from my guy, and he deleted the link to the video, and he has to render it again, so it got delayed. So it may be out tomorrow. It may be out Wednesday or Thursday, but yeah, it sucks, but it is what it is. Kage on YouTube says August 9th is a part of Tutorial Island, right? Will players be current applicants for Tutorial Island? It doesn't matter. You don't have to be an applicant. You can be in the West Marches. You can be in Tutorial Island. It doesn't matter. You'll be able to be considered to be a player in that stream. Ramilla plays. You seen or read the Ryoko stuff for Kaiju? Like a scale up from Monster Hunter, but still, their combo attacks are cool. I've heard of that Ryoko thing before. I haven't looked into it. I haven't read it. I don't necessarily feel like reading it, but I've heard it's pretty cool. Your depth into Discord. Oh, your depth. Okay, I gotcha. Yeah. Okay, yeah. You don't need to worry about that. Is Rainbow your DM? If Rainbow's your DM, Rainbow likes using clashes. Sometimes, but they rarely do it. But yeah, Calamity, did I do showdowns or clashes when you were a player? Like, did I do that in? I don't think I did, but did I do that in fuck, what's the campaign called? Spirit's Journey? Let me know. Also, Excalibur, I still have, like, I use that Art of Emperos, like, all the time, dude. You did clashes? I did? Oh, damn. I didn't know I did it that early. Dang, I thought that was a little bit of a later thing. Dang, I thought that was, like, a thing I did in Soulbound. Damn. Well, no, I guess that makes sense, because I did it in Pantheon Divided, so, yeah. I guess it checks out. My DM is Arc. Ah, okay, yeah, you don't have to worry about that in depth. How with so many factions, scroll up. With so many factions and different goals, how often do player missions come at odds with another party? Not necessarily PvP, but competing interests. I mean, Maple or maybe Boom, maybe one of the players in the West Marches can speak on this. I've personally never seen it come up. I'm sure it has, but I just don't think it does. I don't think it does. Yeah. I haven't seen it yet. I personally haven't seen it, but I'm sure it has. That said, we did just do what now? They were asking, with so many factions and different goals, how often do player missions come at odds with another party? Now what we did just have is we did have a war happen on C4 where the players kind of pledged themselves to different factions. Well, they pledged themselves to different kingdoms. They pledged themselves to the Wilds Kingdom, and they pledged themselves to the Empire. And basically those, they would go on missions that would basically like debilitate one side and make their side a bit stronger and stuff like that. And eventually it'd progress the war until it would reach a conclusion. That just wrapped up like literally a day or two ago. So that happened. But it wasn't like specific, like your own, it wasn't like the House of Cinders faction screwing over the Rose Syndicate faction. Like it wasn't doing anything like that. Winter is coming. Winter is coming, which means Frostfall for Aurora is coming. That means it's going to be the 3rd Frostfall, right? Yeah, it's going to be the 3rd Frostfall. Damn. Wait, no, we had Frostfall 2023, Frostfall 2024, 2025. This is going to be the 4th Frostfall, actually. Hell yeah, that means Mariah Carey's coming back out. So, oh yeah, the newbies don't know about this. Let's inform the newbies. So, if you don't know, we do a thing every single year, an event called Frostfall. And Frostfall was an event pitched by Maple, our dear old Maple. And basically, Mariah Carey, aka the Snow Siren, comes out of her yearly slumber of bullshittery after being frozen in time, comes out every single year and basically puts a permanent winter on the auroraverse. And it is basically a yearly raid that we do, where the players have to fight Mariah Carey, aka the Snow Siren. And we've done it for 3 years now, and we're going to be doing it a 4th year. I ran it the first 2 years. I think, which continent ran it last year, Maple? I know you, I think you ran it last year, but which continent ran it? Maybe Tutorial Island can run it this year. If we don't, then maybe C4 will do it, but I doubt it. I doubt they'll want to do it. I want to make a story behind it. No, someone will know. But here, let me show you this art. You guys can't see. Okay, you can see my camera. I need you to see the stream. Game capture, no. This? Nope, not that one. Nope, not that one. This one? Hey, there we go. Look at this. So yeah, this is one of the arts we got. Okay, so this is the one from last year. Yeah, this is the one from last year, and then this is the one from I think 2024 as well. Yeah, this is from 2024. We didn't do a poster the year before that. I know that. But yeah, it's pretty cool. It is pretty cool. I'm excited for Frostfall this year. I think the players are gonna love that one. Love this raid. I have to do it bigger, man. Yeah. But before we get to Frostfall, we have to do we have to go through Halloween. Altage is the constant that does Halloween, though. Seraph Island's typically the one that does Frostfall. But technically everybody can do Frostfall, but yeah. Altage, what did they call it? Someone in chat will know, right? What the hell is it? Time to go spooky? Yeah, maybe. I don't know. Someone will post in the chat. Let me put this back up here. Is that Moon Knight? No, that's... So the story behind that character, that's Jet Black. That's one of the most influential characters and most well-known characters in the Auroraverse. But unsung, bless his heart, he made a character who was all about the moon, and he had a variant of said character that was like literally just stark white. And he literally looked exactly like Moon Knight, and he didn't know who Moon Knight was at all until we told him. It was like, dude, you just made Moon Knight, like what the fuck? And he's like, who the hell is Moon Knight? It's like, you don't know who Moon Knight is, dude? What? So that was a whole funny thing. Jet Black and Ghost White, man. Maple's like, I married that guy. That's my hubby. Made Batman and Moon Knight. True. Romet Khonshu, and I was inspired. Oh man. Oh, the Halloween stuff? Yeah. Oh boy, oh boy. But yeah, anybody, did I miss any questions from earlier? Let me scroll up to see if anybody had any questions that I didn't see it. Oh, this is an interesting question. Cyanette said, I don't know if you made a video on it yet, as I'm still working through your YouTube channel, but I'd love to hear your thought process when world building. You probably, don't quote me, you probably won't ever see a video about world building, from me. It's a personal thing. I've been, so this is some fun facts for you. This is a little Sensei Suplex lore. I've been on several world building podcasts, talking about Project Aurora. Been on several. I think I've been on like 4 to 6 different podcasts back in the day, like in 2020, 2021, something like that. And I love the people on it. They're great. They're fantastic. I met some awesome individuals, people I still talk to this day. The problem is that I don't really... One, I don't really care too much for world building like that in D&D sense, for a reason I'll talk about in a minute. And 2, Aurora doesn't really work for world building podcasts, and I'll explain why. So for the first one, I don't care too much about world building stuff for D&D specifically, because I don't care about running homebrew I don't care about running modules or like pre-existing settings. I probably won't ever wound up running in Forgotten Realms unless it's like for a one-shot or a charity event or something similar, right? I'll play in it, like I don't care about playing it, but like I probably won't run something in it. I probably won't run something in the World of Warcraft expansion. I won't. Hell, even when like I was running a our Cyberpunk campaign, I didn't really even run it in truly Cyberpunk. I made my own Cyberpunk adjacent setting. I just don't like, when it comes to Dungeons and Dragons, I am a very, very creative person, and I like making stuff that's specific to what me and my players care about. And I won't spend, I come from the perspective of practicality, which can be good, but it can also be bad. I focus on more so just making shit that I'll actually play, and I won't spend 10 years basically making and never playing. So I'm very minimalistic. So a lot of Aurora's lore is very much like a skeleton, where I will make the general outline of it, and I'll let the players, or I'll let the staff come in and be able to fill in the blanks. Thank you, Droll Show, for the sub. Appreciate that. And that was actually no, that wasn't Droll Show. That was actually Maya giving out a sub to Droll Show. Thank you so much, Maya, for the gifted sub. Appreciate you. Thank you so much. Oh yeah, and with that, we actually hit our goal. Hell yeah, thank you. Clap it up for Maya. Shout out to you. Big shout out to you. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. But that'll lead us into the other thing. So I mentioned I'd make the skeleton, and I would let the players and the dungeon masters kind of flesh everything out afterwards. So the reason why Aurora doesn't really work for world building podcasts and stuff is that Aurora didn't function. Oh no, my headset died. My headset died, chat. No. Fuck. You guys won't get the story. No. Hold on 1 second. Plug something, and then everything broke. Give me a second. Your stream's gonna get a little fucky wucky for a minute. Okay, I think we're good. Chat, we back. YouTube frogs, we good? Twitch people, we good? We okay? All right. Our value successful. I think we're good. Okay. Sorry about that. That was crazy. We had a lot of tech issues this stream, but it's not a Sensei Suplex related thing. If it isn't with tech issues, I'll tell you that. Get used to it. All right, we good? All right, sweet. Okay. As I was saying, yeah, so whenever I was making Project Aurora, like I had a general idea. Actually, no, I didn't have a general idea. That's a fucking lie. Project Aurora, like the world building itself, it started with Leonios, and I mean, I made a continent, sure, but the continent was basically supposed to originally be based off of Assassin's Creed Odyssey because I just like I was playing it at the time and it seemed cool, so I decided to basically make Assassin's Creed Odyssey in a way. I made an evil dictator named King Leonios, and the whole thing was that he's a dickhead. And then afterwards, I just world built the whole world based off of my players' backstories, and that was it. Because why would I make something my players don't care about? It just, like, granted, I didn't look up a video on world building. I didn't do, like, I didn't read the Dungeon Master's Guide or anything like that. I just kind of winged it, and it just I did whatever made sense to me. So there wasn't really much thought about it. Like, I didn't plan out like all the different cities. I didn't have a giant map or anything. I just started with the town for that session, and then when the players left, I made the next town, and then when the players left that place, I made the next town, and then it turns out now we have a whole fucking continent, and that was just it. Like, so like fast forward, that kind of mentality translated where like when I made the lore of Leonios and like I started promoting Project Aurora, like more so I started Twitch streaming and people started joining in. Like we got like the original crew of like Night Raven, Chaotic and Rider, and all those individuals like Animus and stuff. I basically said Siglasia is the capital of Leonios. Arksfield is it's basically Florida. It's Fort Lauderdale, Florida. There's Hupper Duke from Critical Role here for some reason. Valeron is Crime Syndicate City. And that was the lore, dog. That was the lore. Like, that's all I had. I literally told them a sentence and I was like, all right, pick whichever place you want, go flesh it out and have a fucking field day, dog. And they did, and they loved it. Because I mean, I didn't want to make it where it's like you had to learn like 10,000 pages of lore before you got into it, like how it is. I mean, granted, like some people need that and I understand that, but like it just didn't make sense to me. It didn't make sense to me. I wanted people to like actually want to make shit here. And the whole point of Project Aurora was that the players would become the lore. What they did would be the thing that we'd talk about for years to come. For example, I can still talk to you this day. None of you guys know about this, but I can still talk to you this day when the Vanguard, they basically crashed a airship into King Leonios's one of the major cities that he ruled over, and they crashed it into his castle, and then they end up killing the king's like a 20-year-old son, like, and they were able to finally take out one members of the royal family. I can tell you that, and I can tell you how crazy that session was, but that is actual history. That is lore that players not only that's a lore that not only did the players make, like they caused it, it's also stuff that was actually lived in. I lived through that, and I can tell it to you this day. And that's how I wanted Project Aurora to be. So when people, like when I go into these world building podcasts and they're like, so tell me how you decide to make this grandiose idea. Like, how did you keep everything organized? I'm like, I don't fucking know, dude. Like, I don't fucking know, dude. Like, I didn't make all, like, I made the concept of voltage, and then they changed, like, once the DMs got their hands on it, they changed it entirely. Like, I gave them the skeleton, and the DMs changed it to whatever the fuck they wanted it to be, and that was it. Like, and that's just how I roll, and I'm okay with that. So, it works out for a lot of things. It doesn't work out for other things, so, yeah. Yeah, that's why I probably won't be on another world building podcast, because I just don't feel as if I have anything interesting to talk. Like, I don't feel as if I'll have anything interesting to contribute to the conversation. I'll just be kind of like nodding and like smiling like at the cool sort of like amazing world building ideas that people are coming up with, but it just won't matter to me. Like, it just won't matter. These streams are so perfect when I'm working on campaign stuff. That's the idea. Like, I expect to be on people's second monitor or third monitor, just a guy yapping about random bullshit, and then you just happen to be entertained by it. Which is why I don't really care too much when my video gets desynced, because I know I'm on the second monitor. I'm chilling, dog. We're having fun. We're hanging out here. That's all it is. Ain't nothing wrong with it. Cyanide, I can respect that. Sounds like you had the right table to pull that off. I mean, we were just learning. We all learned how to play D&D together. Like, I guess I was technically the most experienced, but like, that was only because I played like for 3 months prior in college and barely knew what the fuck I was doing. Like, again, everything in Aurora, I wung it. Like, I just winged it and prayed it worked, and it just happened to work, and here we are. 5 years later, or 7 to 8 years later, you know. That's what happened. Nay, or Jayla. I don't know I don't know what you want me to refer to you as. But Jayla says over on YouTube, now that there's a bunch of lore, how much of it should new players learn before they start playing? Almost none of it. I'm kidding. No, I made a video about this. I'm gonna link it to you, Jayla, here. All right, go check out this video. I actually mentioned how much lore you need to know. It answers that question there. The TLDR is you need to know a lot less than you think. JLof is good. JLaugh or JLof? Let me know. JLof like a LOF, or JLaugh like you're laughing. Let me know. I want to make sure I get names right. But yeah, in that video I basically say you need to know like a little bit of basic information, then just let your character figure out all the other stuff naturally. It'll be more fun for you as the player, and it'll be more easy. It'll just be easier for you as the character. So, yeah. I want to answer Half Cover's question in a second. Ramella plays Live World is great in both conflict and contradictions, but I do love me something about just a world, building a world from scratch, knowing it will likely never be used, and that's fine. I did that once. That was for my camp. I did that. The only time I like really world build was actually twice. I did it for Voden and I did it for Seraph Prime. Yeah, but I mainly did it for Voden, and I did enjoy it. I did enjoy world building for Voden, and I actually got to accomplish. I did get to show off a lot of stuff for it. But the reason why I enjoyed world building for Voden, which is why I want to run another Soulbound or something equivalent to that later. Maybe I'll do this. Maybe I'll do this in the next planet that I want to run, like after I'm done with Oathbound. But the reason why that was fun was because Soulbound, the premise of that campaign was that everybody basically had memory loss to a degree. Oh, hold on, I'm lagging. Let me reset this. Basically everybody had amnesia to a degree, and they were ripped from their home area, like home plane or home world or whatever, and they were dropped into Voden. They didn't know what the hell the place was. They didn't know anything. The cool thing about this this concept of the campaign was that it was a survival campaign, but it was also a civilization building campaign, and the players could only choose 3 items that they could bring in on their character sheet. Everything else they had to find. So if you were a spellcaster, you better bring them spell components, because that's going to be one. If you're a fighter, better hope and pray that you may have enough spots. You better hope and pray that you can maybe get an armor, maybe a sword, and that's it. It was rough, but it was so much fun. But the reason why this is relevant was because it it was focused on the players wanting to learn about the world. So whenever I was world building, I was planning like, oh shoot, this is going to be super cool when the players learn about it, because they have to learn about it, because it was a whole thing, a part of the storyline, like they were the chosen ones, whatever. But they had to build a civilization, and they had to learn how the world worked in order to actually be able to survive in it, and to be able to conquer it, and to rebuild civilization when there was no civilization, right? So yeah, that was when I actually enjoyed world building. But because I'm not doing something similar to that, I don't really care. It doesn't really matter to me as much compared to other DMs. What's my GPU? Whatever that says back there. It's like a 1070 or something. I can check right now. Why, you want an affiliate link? I'm kidding, I don't have any affiliate links. Oh man. There was a question I wanted to answer. I can't actually find my GPU. Maybe I gotta go here. Video app? Yeah, I'll open the video app. There's a question. Who's been your favorite character that isn't one of your own to watch go through their backstory? That's tough, because like I only see so many people for so long in the Westmarks, because I only get to play so much. That's a tough question. Because like if I like someone, it's gonna be more so because I think their character concept is cool. Their journey as a character, like I don't know, it's tough. I think Atlas, but I'm biased. I'm like hella biased for sure. I think Atlas, played by Trick, they're the Loxodon barbarian. Mainly because and Dusk and I think Dusk and Atlas are the ones that are tied. Mainly because I DM'd for them both, and I saw what their characters were when they first got started, and it's very interesting to see how their characters evolved over time into who they are now. Like Dusk was just for the Cyberpunk campaign, where they were kind of like Wrench from Watch Dogs 2, and they were a monk, and now they're like a cowboy paladin attached to the House of Cinders, who's like dating this time wizard who can control fate and reality and shit. Like seeing their story arc is insane, like after hearing about it, like, you know, several years later. Same thing with Atlas, of him just being just a random pirate swabby, and now him being like Captain Atlas and being a fucking giga chad. Like it's really cool to see. It is really cool to see. So I'd say probably those characters. Cyanat says that depth and enjoyment of discovery is such a euphoric feeling for me as a DM. Yeah, like I loved being able to build the world and kind of just show it off to the players and just be like that voting was really fun, because I knew all the answers of the world, and then players like actively trying to figure out the world itself. That was just a unique experience I never dealt with. Dusk is dating Bob. No, Dusk is dating fucking Siegel. It was like a fucking wizard of some other, I don't know what the fuck her subclass is, but she's a wizard or some shit, and she deals with corruption and creation magic or something like that. I don't know what she does. I haven't played Ekanaya and deal with like the shenanigans of the city of the undamned in forever. So yeah. The shooter Gibby says, I enjoyed experiencing the living world experience. Having a whole player ran world makes it a true living world. Getting to help build that and hear and see and experience other stories is the greatest thing. Love seeing and helping to build other people's experience. Yeah, exactly. I get you. Bob is the only one I can think of. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. All right. Any other questions? I'll take final questions for these next 5 minutes, and then we're gonna close out the stream. If you got something, then now is the time. I'll forever hold your peace, and then that will be it until we stream again. Also, if you're liking this, if you're hanging out, you're having a good time, be sure to hit the follow button. We stream Wednesdays and Thursdays, where you get to see me run games in real time, along with the chat in the community, and also you may be able to get notified whenever I go live and do some of these hangout streams where we're just talking with chat and stuff. What's your favorite class to play? My favorite class to play, that's a martial class, is Bloodhunter. My favorite class that's a spellcaster is Sorcerer. Sorcerer, I love Sorcerer because it's difficult in the sense that you have to manage a lot more resources than usual. I like managing resources because it's fun. And because I played D&D for so much and I've been exposed, I've ran for hundreds of people at this point. I've played so many characters at this point. Sorcerer is like the thing that like makes it interesting for me because I can just manipulate my spells to do certain things, and I can think of cool little crazy combos or ways to kind of manipulate my magic and do other cool shit. And it's charisma based, so I can make a lot of cool characters with it. So I like Sorcerer a lot. Blood Hunter is my favorite martial class because I think Blood Hunter is very similar to Warlock, where it has a lot of flexibility on what type of character you can make. Though a lot of people don't think you can make a lot of different or weird characters, I believe you absolutely can if you're creative enough. I think you absolutely can, and it's a really cool class. Do I care too much for the thematics of it? No, not necessarily, but I like the mechanics of it. I like the mechanics of it and what you can really do for making a hunter. And I just like the idea of being able to use your HP as a resource. Even though I don't think it leans into that aspect of, I don't think it leans into that aspect enough. I still think it's really, really cool. But because I didn't think it leaned into that aspect enough, that's why I made Order of the Sacrificant Blood Hunter, which is a support Blood Hunter, where you basically sacrifice part of yourself in more hit dice, or not hit dice, but more of your Crimson Right dice to be able to empower your allies to make them do damage rather than you do damage. And I think it's a pretty sick concept, and I had a lot of fun playing it. What's your favorite monster from official sources? I have an answer for this. What is it? It's not a flump. I don't think it's a flump. What is it? I had an answer for this. I just don't remember anymore. Man, what is it? I actually don't remember anymore. Yeah, I actually don't remember. You do a lot of character voices. Which is your favorite? It changes. It changes from time to time. It really depends on what I'm feeling. Because, for example, I like doing the Captain Fable and Omen voice. Yes, hello. I am Captain Fable's like, hello, I am Captain Fable. I talk a little bit more airy and more boisterous, if you will. But also it's kind of like it's just basically similar to Omen, where Omen's just a little bit more slower and deliberate and kind of more like Kratos, like, hello, yes, I know what I must be, and I must be your maker. Or something, I don't fucking know. Something like that. I'm just throwing words out there. But yeah, Omen, that voice is very fun to do. But also sometimes I just like being like Nico's voice, where it's just like, hello, hi, I'm Nikoa of Clan Talcora. I'm a whiny little piss baby, and I really want to be an adventurer and stuff, and I'm really bad at it. You know, stuff like that's fun. But also a real fun voice I like doing is like doing the No Heart voice, which is more the Schmeagle voice, but it's like, hello, I am No Heart, and I'm going to chase you. And then I'm going to tell you limb from limb, and then we will have a party. You know, something like that. When I just get to start tweaking out. I love doing that shit. I haven't had to do that voice in a while, though. I haven't had any NPCs that I've just been like tweaking like that. maybe I can make the next one. You know, something like that. But I don't know. All right, I'll take the last question. I'll see if there's any last one, and if there is not, then we will wrap it on up. Like when you do the Aussie voice. Oh, hey, Mom. How's it going? My mom's in YouTube chat. Mom, why'd you come in? You came in right when I'm about to end stream. What's going on? Mom, did you know I'm streaming to 41 people right now on Twitch? It's sick. It's really cool. I've never had that many streamers. I've never had that many viewers. Earlier I was streaming to how many was it? 60? I was streaming to 54 viewers on Twitch. It was awesome. That was crazy. Make play a character like that. When was the last time you got hydrated? I got you right here. Mom, one of the players, Twitch chat says hi. Twitch chat says hi. It was 57 earlier? Oh, Okay, that's cool. All right. All right, there we go. We gotta find a question. All right, Crow. No more questions after Crow V. What's something that you either heard? Oh, that's a good ass question. Crow V's got a great question. What's something that you either heard couldn't be done, would be too hard to do, that you and the Aurora team have been able to accomplish anyways? So much stuff. So much stuff. I have to make sure I don't curse anymore because now my mom's on stream and I feel bad. Oh man, so much stuff, so much. You have no idea. Raids were a big thing. Now we have raids every other week. Raids, people told me it would be impossible to run D&D with 15 players and one DM and for players to actually enjoy it. I freaking did it, and I proved them wrong anyways. People said that one big thing that I'm really proud of that's more recent, so I'm not listing out a whole bunch of things. Adventure nights. Drop in and drop out D&D. It's not perfect. But D&D, where you can basically play for 5 minutes or 5 hours and still have a great time and feel like you contributed. The thing about D&D, and I'm going to make a video about this, the editor's editing the video right now, but well, obviously, like, there's no secret that scheduling issues is the, bane of everybody's existence for Dungeons and Dragons. So I figured, what if we could figure out a way to alleviate that? What if we ran a session for 12 hours straight? Or what if we basically, obviously, 12 hours isn't the end goal, but my idea was, what if we could run D&D for 12 hours straight, with multiple DMs taking shifts. Basically, you come in, you adventure, you hang out in the tavern, and then you go out and adventure into the world and go on your quests. And I remember when I pitched the idea, chat said it would, or not chat, staff, Project Aurora staff itself said it wouldn't be possible. It's not a good idea. It wouldn't work. Yada yada yada. They basically listed out 20 different ways. Hold on, I'm gonna fix my camera. They listed out 20 different ways on why it couldn't work and it would be dumb. Fast forward, couple weeks later. Well, okay, before I get to that, one thing about me that you need to know is when someone tells me I can't do something, I am a very petty person. I will figure out every way. I will dedicate several hours, several days, several weeks, several months even, to figure out how to make it work. Because I'm a firm believer on, I hate when people say that can't work or that would never work. I always try to flip it and I say, but how can I make it work? What can I do to make it possible? That's what I always try to do. So I did the same thing with the adventure night. Fast forward literally a week later, I got Rainbow. Rainbow saw the vision. We freaking killed that. We ate that. We did a little mini adventure night with the Guardians of Creation. Maple, you were part of that. You were part of it with not Mika, not Miyama. God, who's the other M character? I can't remember your other M character. Holy crap. She's gonna say it. The one who's married to Jet Black. Why can't I think of them right now? My goodness. Anyways, you played that. Minx. There we go. Jeez. Jeez, man. You and these M's. But she played Minx. We had a cool time. It wasn't perfect, obviously. But we tried it again. We tried it a little bit bigger. We tried it with more DMs. Ad is about to start. News. We did a little bit bigger. We got some more people. Was it perfect? No. We got a little bit better. We kept on trying. Fast forward. We did it again. We did it a little bit better. We ironed out the kinks. People are having fun. People are having fun and a great time. Fast forward a little bit later. The same people who were saying that the adventure nights weren't possible, now they're doing adventure nights. Couldn't freaking believe it. So yeah. I'm definitely the type of person now. I always say this. I will have 100 bad ideas, but the one, well, I'll have 99 bad ideas, but the one idea I do have, it's gonna be revolutionary. It's gonna change a lot of things. That's how the Rising Rival system came about, because people said that you could never make the Nemesis system in D&D. I did that, and we had and across those videos we got about 200,000 views across all 4 videos. They said it wasn't possible. I did it anyways, out of spite. People said we couldn't do Hades and D&D and do boons and all this other stuff. I did it anyways. Really fun. People love the Phoenix District. So I'm the type of person, again, where I'll just I like being a like trying to throw out a bunch of ideas and just trying stuff and hoping for the best. So it's getting late. Thank you guys again for hope you guys enjoyed the story. Hope you guys enjoyed the time that we had here. It is 11 o'clock. I would like to watch some wrestling for the next 2 or 3 hours. And wait, Storm, also my players love the Rising Rivals now that's in my campaign. Yes, yes, let's go. That makes me very happy. That's what I'm looking for. That's why I make the videos, man. That made my night. Thank you so much, Storm, for posting that. I'm glad someone's using it, and I'm glad someone's enjoying it. Man, that made my night. But anyways, thank you guys again for tuning on in. Thank you guys for watching. We're gonna be live tomorrow, or not tomorrow. I doubt we're gonna be live tomorrow, but we might, but I highly doubt it. But we're gonna be live for sure on Wednesday and Thursday at 7 p.m. EST, as we're gonna finish our adventure at the liquor store. That adventure with Brodak, Mockman, and friends. And then Thursday we're gonna be continuing the quarry heist. So hopefully I'll see you guys there, and if I don't, I will see you guys when I see you guys. Peace. Actually, we should probably raid somebody, shouldn't we? Let me see if, well, here, before I close up stream, let me see if there's anybody I can raid. If none of my friends are online, then yeah, it's fine. Yeah, none of my friends are online. Yeah, we're gonna have to eat that one. All right. Oh, actually, you know what? Let's go say hi to Caustic. You guys care if we raid into someone playing Expedition 33? You guys care? Caustic is a great friend of mine. They run D20 Deathmatch. And I actually met them in real life at not PAX. Well, it was a convention in Atlanta. It was the convention where they basically ran D&D for T-Pain. And like Will or Lou from Dimension 20. Will or Lou. And a bunch of famous people, like Njali, I think, was also there. Was Njali there? Yeah, Njali was there too. Yeah. Fantastic individual, super nice person. Be sure to drop lots of love and just hang out with them as they're playing some Expedition 33. They're great. I will see you guys when I see you guys. Peace.